So I had an idea that I wanted to go with a longer style handguard V2 blaster, and this is what I came up with. Um, I've kind of, when it comes to printing full handguards, I've done it a lot in the past, and it definitely works out, but I try to use stuff I have on hand that was already made for a specific blaster and then repurpose them to use them on other blasters, just because I think then you're going to have just even better levels of quality, better levels of build, and better looking as well. So I started here with an MK8 from EMERBUTOYS, right? So you can see we got it kind of taken apart here. And when it comes to performance, I switched out the spring here and I went to an M100 spring. That's definitely kind of pushing the limits with this gearbox, even with metal gears. So if you're going to do something like that, just know it's going to wear things out sooner. Now I went to a much longer handguard, so I needed to go to a much longer metal inner barrel. So this is a 450 millimeter metal inner barrel. This one's from X-Force Tac USA. Nice thing about any T pieces when they're on metal barrels already. So this was on the metal barrel made for the MK8, which was considerably shorter. But when you boil those ones, they come out super easy and you don't have any problem reusing those T pieces. It's just when the T pieces on some of the Gen 8s where they have plastic inner barrels, those ones tend to stick more. I still can get them off almost all the time, but every once in a while I can't. But so these are really nice and easy. So I pop that off, put this nice long 450 millimeter inner barrel. So what I needed to do was lengthen my threaded barrel. So basically I just mated the original one to a cut version of one because I wanted to keep those threads there. So there is some tape holding it where I glued. I'm not going to have any concerns about that because that actually, where that junction is right where my handguard has a coupler that's really going to reinforce everything, and there's going to be no issues there. Plus I have a barrel stabilizer on this end, and there'll be a barrel stabilizer on that end. So that's why I made the nice long outer barrel. When it comes to the handguard itself, I took the MK8 handguard and then I mated it to an SLR handguard, right? Because they're basically kind of a shortened version. This is just a shortened version of this. So I went ahead, I mated it to that. I 3D printed a coupler that goes in between there. And not only is it a circular coupler, it also has pieces that jut out into the grooves, like up here, side to side. So that coupler is on there and it was fit really tight. So this thing is super strong. And then I also, made these kind of decorative pieces where the seams were, and those are screwed into the coupler as well. So this is definitely as strong as any factory, nylon handguard for sure. And then you also have this big grip here, where the grip has M-locks that are going into this handguard. Again, just no stability issues. And I really like the looks of it. I think it turned out really cool. This is just kind of a cool pattern I haven't used before, so I just used that there. Canted little riser up here for the sight. And then we got some side rails too, right? And your bottom rail was already there. So that's the handguard. And I definitely like how that turned out. They've got the other canted here. And then here's a little riser that's going to just kind of connect the two. And again, I put that pattern on there as well. When it comes to the receiver, just printed these little plates where my little logo stickers go. Again, using that same pattern to kind of tie everything together. And then we're going to go with this type of stock, which I guess a lot of times I associate with an HK, but I'm not sure what the exact type of stock you would call that. So that's the build. We should get some performance increases. Now, obviously, going to a 450 millimeter inner, which is, maybe 150 millimeters longer than the standard one, that actually is going to decrease the FPS. But then the fact that I put an M100 in here, I should hope will more than make up for it. I think it's going to look really cool when it's all put together. Obviously, we got the black and the desert tan combo, which I've been doing a lot lately. I just kind of like that. It mixes it up. And using that black textured Rust-Oleum paint, which I really like how that works for painting, especially for painting 3D parts. It works really great for that. So that's my build, my EMERBU MK8 XL V2, I guess is what I'll call it. I'll get it put together, do some videos after that's done, and then of course do those demo videos and see what kind of FPS we're at. Comments, questions, post them below. Of course, like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and participate in those monthly giveaways where you can win over $200 in custom blasters and accessories. Thanks.